A dark curse hangs heavy in the air, trapping all who cross beyond this gate. Your only hope of escape lies in uncovering the path out. I don't know about that, James. We're at Pumpkins After Dark. This is James. He is the Chief Pumpkineer, and you're about to take me through something that I'm going to get cursed unless I find a way out?
You will absolutely be cursed if you don't find the way out.
This is not good, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I figure I'm safe if I'm with you.
I've been cursed a couple times, but fortunately we have a way afterwards that we can clear the curse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if we get stuck,
If we get caught, we'll have a way out.
all right, you lead the way.
All right.
Okay, we are heading into, what is this called?
This is the medieval dungeon maze.
The medieval dungeon maze.
So this was actually designed by all of our students this year.
Oh, no way.
They wanted to do something special, and they came up with this idea, and we said, great, let's do it.
It's a lot of fun. No jump scares though, right?
No jump scares. What we really try and focus on are points of interest.
Okay.
So this, for example, is our armory, where we've got tons of medieval weapons and armor and things that you would typically see in a dungeon.
Now, keep in mind, you're going through this mostly at nighttime. We're just
Correct.
doing it during the day for TV purposes, but at nighttime, it's a lot spookier.
That's right.
There's no
Yes.
sun beaming through the windows, so this looks a little bit more lifelike.
Absolutely. And when you come in here, this is the cursed room.
Oh.
This is where, if our person hits you
Jeez.
with the curse,
No jump scares.
you will
Oh.
literally be done. And here's your curse now.
Oh, Luke is cursed.
So we have been cursed.
That's
and
not
so
good.
with the curse, we now definitely have to find a way out of this maze.
Okay, which way do you think? Do we go towards the skulls or towards the other skulls?
I always recommend going towards the biggest skulls.
Okay.
That's the best way.
That's safe. That is a massive skeleton.
And of course, we have to have pumpkins in here because we are Pumpkins After Dark.
Okay, yeah, that's the most terrifying room right there. Yep. Luke, you got to see on the other side of you. It is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. Okay, Pumpkins After Dark is already running,
Yes.
and people just have to come after sunset.
Yeah, so we're running Thursday through Sunday this week.
Okay.
And then next week, we are running Wednesday through Sunday, and Wednesdays are pet nights, so bring your pup along.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we encourage costumes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
More costumes, the better, the more fun it is.
Okay, well, coming up, I think we should go this way. Coming up, now that we've been cursed, I think we need to find an antidote. That thing is terrifying. Who is that guy?
These are the Guardians.
The Guardians. They don't look like they're guarding me. They look like they're about to...
They are guarding the secrets of the dungeon.
Guarding the secrets of the dungeon. Okay,
Yes.
well, coming up, I'm looking forward to my antidote because I don't want to be cursed for the rest of the day, James. So make sure you stay with us. There's a lot more coming up on Morning Live. Okay, well, I made my way out of the dungeon maze, finally, but I'm still cursed, and I don't think that's good, is it, James?
It's not as good as it could be. No.
No, it's not good. Before we get to curing my curse, because I feel okay for now.
It takes a while to kick in.
Let's talk a little bit about Pumpkins After Dark. What is it? The concept? What can people expect when they come?
Essentially, Pumpkins After Dark is an art show. It was a concept that I had seen in the States a number of years ago, and I said, we really need to bring that to Canada, that idea. So since 2019, we've had artists here on site carving all year long, making a brand new show every single year.
Okay.
So we have artists who work in the complete pitch dark so that they can see the glowing pumpkins, and they are literally carving by hand all of our giant sculptures. And basically they start in November.
Wow.
And they work right through until September, at which time we start setting up the show.
So when they're carving on these pumpkins, I mean, pumpkins are live, you know, they rot, and how do they kind of, there must be some sort of technique to make sure that everything stays the way it's supposed to.
So we can't actually use real pumpkins.
Yeah, so what do you use instead?
We use a high density foam pumpkin that is specially designed for these shows. So it is the same thickness, the same consistency of a real pumpkin.
Yeah. And
but
looks exactly like
without
one.
the rotting. I mean, we've got over 15,000 hours of artist time in this.
Wow.
And the average duration of a live pumpkin is about 30 hours. So It just couldn't work with real pumpkins. But we always have live carvers on site.
That's super cool.
Some of Canada's best carvers come here, and it's spectacular every week. I just can't wait to see what they create.
Oh, that is so cool. So when people come, it's like an immersive experience. You get right into it. You get to see the carvings actually happening. You get to check out mazes. I mean, the tunnel that we're going to go see is the most photographed, do you think?
It's the most photographed thing, and again, it's something that we allow our students to do every year. So
That's
we
awesome.
redo the tunnel every year, and we like to see the different styles that they have. It's always jack-o'-lanterns, but each year the students add something different, add something new. They determine how many pumpkins, they determine the light patterns, and it's always amazing to watch them because they're just so incredibly creative.
Oh, I can only imagine. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but before we get there, I'm starting to feel a little off.
Well, we have
Feeling a little
the
cursed.
fix.
Okay, what is
So,
my fix?
First, we take a little of the Eye of Newt potion.
Eye of Newt. Okay.
Yes. And then we take a little bit of the Devil's Snare potion,
Devil Snare.
mixing the two together. Now, on its own, this wouldn't really help you too much until
Until?
we add the Frog Leg potion.
Frog legs.
And
I always knew frog
frog-
legs were good for something.
They are absolutely great, and you will probably find that you breathe a little easier today too, because the
Oh.
Frog Leg potion is great for the lungs.
Really?
So with just a little stir, you have an antidote
Thank you so much.
that with a simple swig, you don't need to chug it all down, one swig, and you will be absolutely cleared.
Ooh, I feel much better now.
Very
Thanks,
good.
James. Okay, coming up, we are going to check out the tunnel, but for now, I'll send things back inside the studio. I think it was the frog legs that did it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, James, I'm not an artist by any stretch, but this is so much fun.
Everybody is an artist when it comes to Halloween.
Oh, I like that you say that because it is kind of true. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You could just do whatever you need to. I've decided to paint because I feel as though it's a little bit more friendly for TV purposes.
And it will extend the duration of Halloween for you because
Yeah.
your painted pumpkin you can put out on your deck and it's going to be there for the entire month of October.
That's very true.
Yes.
That is very, very true. But tips and tricks on how to keep your pumpkin the way you want it.
So the first thing we always say to people is make sure you choose the right pumpkin. Choose one that has a nice dry stem. And choose one that's heavy. It looks and feels heavier than it
Really?
should be.
Why?
Yeah.
Why heavy?
Because that means it's holding a lot of water, it's holding a lot of moisture. And
that's
that means
smart.
it's going to last a little bit longer.
I immediately think it's holding a lot of gunk that I have to clean out of it. Because you know it's like fun for kids until it's boring, and then you're left doing it because your
And
kids
then
don't want to do it anymore.
And you're left with the gunk. But the
Yeah.
other thing you can do is instead of cutting off the top, cut off the bottom of the pumpkin.
Oh yeah, we can display that
You
here.
cut out the bottom, and it's going to make your jack-o'-lantern, if you're carving a jack-o'-lantern, last an extra couple of days.
I love that idea. That's so smart.
Yeah. The other thing we encourage is, to do some of the faces like you see here. It takes artists a long time, and it takes a lot of practice to get good at that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at simple designs like this paisley or leaf pattern that you see over here, you can literally just print that off the internet, take a piece of paper, stick it on the pumpkin, and then cut it out with a knife, and then just gouge out the pieces, and all of a sudden you've got something that looks world class.
Totally.
And you've probably been able to do it in 15 or 20 minutes.
Well, like you've got like it's like award-winning Pumpkins After Dark. I mean, like you guys have expanded across the country.
We have, yeah. We've been very fortunate. A lot of the different provinces and cities have asked for us to come there, and we've been fortunate that we've been able to do it.
That's so cool. Okay, now if I wanted to be like a professional artist here, how do I go about doing that?
So we take applications for students to come and do our student internship,
Yep.
which generally lasts from April until August.
Okay.
And we take those in January. And if you want to be an artist here at Pumpkins After Dark, we are taking applications all the time. So we always have at least 5 artists working full time to create our show. We have over 15,000 hours worth of time that goes into building every show. 1,000 hours.
Wow. Okay,
Yes.
so how long is Pumpkins After Dark running for?
So we are open now. This week we're open Thursday to Sunday, as I said, and we are open right until the 30th of the month. So
Okay, perfect.
we always suggest, look online to see what tickets are available and what days are available.
Okay.
Because we aren't open Mondays or Tuesdays.
Okay, good to know. All right, and if people want to get tickets, what's the best way for them to do it?
www.pumpkinsafterdark.com. And if you have a pooch at home, Wednesday nights are pet nights.
Oh yeah, you can bring your puppers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was gonna make a cat and it turned into a spider.
A fabulous spider.
Is it a good spider?
It's terrific.
Like, I was thinking those are like his fangs.
Oh, yeah,
But like,
that's-
what's that? Are those his eyes?
Well, yeah, those are the eyes that are in motion.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. All right, well, here's my spider. Thank you, James. We've had so much fun here. We are going to be heading over to the tunnel momentarily, so make sure you stay up with us. There's lots more coming up on Morning Live. We are in Milton at Country's Heritage Park for Pumpkins After Dark. It's on now. It runs until the 30th. You can get your tickets at pumpkinsafterdark.com. Right now, James and I are standing in the Pumpkin Tunnel.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about this.
So the Pumpkin Tunnel is by far our most photographed feature. And it's the one feature where we allow, again, our students to create the entire thing every year.
Awesome.
So this year they said the theme is going to be curves. We don't want straight lines, we want everything to be curved.
Oh.
And if you look, there's a lot of wavy lines in the designs.
There
and we
totally
think they just did a
is.
terrific job.
Wow, and how long does something like this take to put together? Like all these pumpkins?
So all these pumpkins, so in total there are about 960 pumpkins in here.
Wow.
And it took them about 4 weeks, 3 of them 4 weeks, to pull this whole thing together.
Like, you know what inspires me is the creativity of like, okay, I've already done that face, what's next? Okay, well, I've done that face, now what?
And-
to think of 900 faces?
And that is the amazing part. There
Yeah.
are no two that are the same.
No.
They are all different, and they did a terrific
They're
job.
so unique. Okay, so Pumpkins After Dark, it is a guided tour. You come to the park, you pay your entry ticket, or you get your ticket online. You come through, there are 3 different entrances, so it's to kind of keep the crowds at bay. You walk through the tour. How long does it take to get through the whole thing if you're, leisurely going through?
Sure, it takes most people about an hour because there's certain displays that they just love.
Yeah.
And they want to get intimate with this display. They want to see all
Totally.
the different features of that display.
Yeah.
Some of them, maybe not for me. So I'm going to pass by that one. Oh, and there's another one that I love, so they spend more time there. So it takes about an hour to get through.
And lots of characters here.
Tons of characters, yes. So we have costumed actors walking around. We have characters in our artwork.
Yeah.
Some you'll recognize, some you won't.
Yeah.
So our creative director has done an amazing job at creating absolutely unique characters of his own.
And what else you guys do here, which I think is really cool, you guys do like corporate events. So you do like a team building
do.
exercise at Pumpkins After Dark.
Yeah, so every year we have companies that call and say, hey, we want to do a special event for just us.
Yep.
And so we sort of reserve Mondays and Tuesdays for corporate events.
That's so cool. I'm going to have to tell my boss about that because I think people at CHCH would really enjoy something like this.
That's awesome. That's great.
Okay, well, thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us. And it has been incredible to be here. Really cool to see all of the wonderful and creative work from the artists. Again, get tickets.
You can get them at pumpkinsafterdark.com.
All right, thanks so much,
All right,
James.
thank you.